I'm Shane Cicero with JW Media. We do Facebook advertising and podcast production. One of the obstacles that would have likely prevented me from starting with Chris would probably be the fact that as entrepreneurs, we tend to get in this mindset of we need people to do other things of our business like sales, marketing, HR. But the reality is we also need somebody to help scale and grow our business and keep ourselves on task. And so I think the mentality of thinking I might need somebody else in those kind of roles and not needing somebody to help me stay focused or what the benefits of a business coach could bring, I think is one of those things that may have prevented me from jumping in. One of the biggest challenges that I was facing was I'm taking on new clients and things are growing within the business, but that also meant that my family life and that time was blurring quite significantly. Many times be up 9, 10, 11 o'clock, sometimes till midnight doing work, get an email in the middle of the evening, right after dinner. Suddenly my mind is focused on work rather than being with my family. So that was kind of one of the biggest challenges that I needed help with, was kind of working on a schedule and being able to appropriately focus on lining out tasks that I need to focus on throughout the day, and then specifically getting that time for my family. And that's probably one of the biggest results after working with Chris, right? I'm finding that I'm more productive. I've got a routine that I've kind of put into place based on the stuff that Chris has shared, and many of the steps that he's kind of offered and shown, I've put into place into my business, and now I'm seeing a pretty consistent routine and knowing exactly what I need to focus on during what time, and then when that family time arrives, boom, I'm able to just kind of put everything to the side and focus on my family and doing those kinds of fun activities. But the flip side of that is also that I'm seeing business be more productive and getting better results for clients as well. One of the things that I think is also a big thing that's changed between my life before working with Chris, since working with Chris in this Focus 30, has been the fact that my income has literally doubled in that period of time. So being able to know and work on the things within my business rather than just the client pieces, I've been able to set some things in place, so then that way when a client reaches out to me for a proposal, I'm able to send that off much faster, hopefully close the sale. And so that's one of the things that's been huge. And then also just the fact of knowing and putting a structure in place of knowing how to obtain the salary or the wages that I want to bring in for my business and to make a comfortable life for my family has been a huge change since working with Chris. One of the biggest things that going through Focus 30 that I really enjoyed and working with Chris was the daily update. It was so fantastic to be able to not have to worry about planning 2 or 3 hours into my day. It was just sort of 30 minutes every day to get the work done. So being able to just wake up, see a new message from Chris, and be able to put that right into my schedule and work on that specific piece helped build a great routine and has been fantastic for kind of keeping productivity, and it made it so simple, so easy, and then being able to ask questions during our weekly catch-up session. A couple of other benefits of working with Chris: he's so personable, he's such a great listener. So when you have an issue, it's not a, oh, well, too bad, so sad. I mean, he literally has an answer for just about everything when it comes to business related questions, and if he doesn't have the answer, he's been able to find an answer or at least give you a couple of different solutions to try and see what works best for you and your schedule and your business. So obviously every business is a little bit different, and he's been great at being able to find the answer and think maybe outside of the box a little bit, because sometimes I think we as entrepreneurs, when you're in a business, you get boxed into that business, and so having him being able to kind of have that outside look in is really helpful. I would recommend working with Chris and the focus, the 30-day focus, to anyone who is a digital marketer, works in the digital space, connects to work regularly online through their laptop, and works just about anywhere when they want, and is finding that the time to do the things that they really want to do in recreation are slipping away because it's being consumed by business and working with clients and responding to clients. And I would say, so anyone who is feeling that the freedom of being an entrepreneur is escaping them, Chris would be perfect for you to work with. So bloggers, social media content creators, managers, digital marketers, Google AdWords pros, Facebook ad pros, you name it. If you're working in digital, I would say that you should be working with Chris. I think, is there anything that I would add? I would also add that Chris is, he's just fantastic when it comes to understanding your needs. It's almost like he's just seen everything. And I think the community that he's building, he's a great connector and wonderful at introducing people where it fits to build those business relationships. Very well connected, but I think he is also building a great community within his private Facebook group, and I think the connections that are there are very unique, and I think it's unifying because everybody's sort of going through the same process, so everybody wants to naturally help each other and support one another. So I think it's, even from the standpoint of being able to go back into that group, ask a question, or say, hey, I'm getting stuck on this, or has anybody experienced this sort of situation within their business. It's a very kind of safe place that Chris has sort of created where everybody's looking to help and, grow their businesses as well.